shipwrecks on JP Fallets, and we're going to go scallop diving and probably to a shipwreck, but we'll have to have a look. Keep our fingers crossed, let's go. Today we're going to be diving on Sylvia Cay. Like usual. G'do. Which way's the tide going? South? That's the end of the island. Yeah, we don't want to be going out that way. The next stop is France in like, I don't know. How many miles to France in that direction? 30? France? Yeah.
Oh, Jersey's 26.
Maybe more then.
France?
Yeah.
It's St Malo, 90.
Yes. Smallow's that direction.
30 miles to France that direction.
Yeah, if we're going to go to France, we'll go that way. Cartray or Delet, which is 29.30. And that way's to England. So we're going to go back up, tide, and get soaked. Go back up tide, then turn around. I'm going to drift down. I think me and Molly's in first. It's pretty windy. Not too bad, but oh well, let's get in the water and see what we can get. See if I can actually fill my scallop bag. This location is down towards St Martin's Point. It's probably about 32 to 33 metres deep, and towards the end we'll be getting shallower. My plan is staying next to Molly today. It's quite nice when you dive with someone else. Can get a bit lonely when you go on your own. Molly's very short-sighted. Oh, there we go. A bit like a conger. See, that's why I like diving with Molly. He's always silly. As you can tell, the water is very snotty still. Its fizz is pretty good. I'd say probably average for this time of year. This is exactly what it's like. People always say to me, what's it like when you drop in? Can you see the bottom? No. Normally we're just falling down through green water. You know, keep an eye out left and right. Normally see crab pots or maybe reef, or in this case straight down onto the sand. We're going to see 30 metres. Just jam the brakes on. Perfect stop before I, hit the sand and put silt everywhere. It's a good area. As soon as you drop down, you start seeing scallops straight away. It's an area we know that no one's been for maybe a month or two. So let's get going. 31 metres, and I've got 11 minutes until I go into my no-deco. He's a long-legged spider crab. So let's go. Let's see how many we can collect quickly. Let's just change my lights. They're too close together. They're very fickle, these lights, unless you've got them set out absolutely perfect. It always casts a shadow. I think that's a little bit better. Still got a bit of darkness in the corners, but we can see properly. Still plenty of large crab left. This one looks pretty old. He's still got barnacles all over his shell, so he hasn't molted just yet. There's a few scallops down here, and they're all decent sized ones as well. Quite happy with this spot. I think Matt's chosen well. Always keep an eye out, see where Molly is. Probably about 10 metres away from me. So I'll carry on. We're heading in the same direction, so it's not too bad. Can't see any reefs yet on the horizon, but believe me, they're there. It's like a school disco. All the females and males are completely separate. When you're diving next to someone like this, you've got to be careful which side of their line you're on. I'm sure we're tangled already. But anyway, we'll carry on. As long as we stay close to each other, it'll be fine. $175 bar pressure in my tank. There's loads of air left. 7 minutes until I go into decal. We've already got shallower at 29 metres. I feel like I am swimming uphill, so we'll be gaining time. And this is something I never see down this end of the island. These are quite common to go up at the Plat Fougere, which is on the north coast, and we're now down towards the south coast. Well, to be honest, we're southeast coast, and you normally see these on the northeast coast. This is a smooth hound. I'm not sure if it's a starry or a normal one. As I'm told by Richard Lord, it's actually very hard to try and figure out which one. You need to use calipers on their nose and look under a microscope. Some of the starry smooth hounds haven't got stars. This one seems to have stars. So I'm quite confident it's a starry smooth hound, but these to me are proper sharks. They're more sharks than they are than the dogfish. Even when they move more shark-like, if that's even a thing. I don't want to scare it. There's a big scallop right near its tail, and now I've kicked up a load of dust. It's probably going to scare it away. Check out the eyes on these ones as well. They're like proper cat eyes. They're green inside with black dots. Just let the dust. There's me trying to tell Molly to come over and have a look at this, and he's not bothered. He's getting attacked by a crab. This one's over a metre long for sure. It doesn't take much with that big long tail that's almost like a fresher shark tail. It's like a long whip to it. This is a good sign of a healthy environment when you see an apex predator like this. Oh cool, it's starting to swim off. Check that out, the movement. It's getting close to the bottom. Just as the sand clears, I'll notice this. This is a red gurnard. These taste amazing, these fish. That's a decent sized one as well. That would go well on the barbecue. But it's its lucky day. One minute left until I go into deco, then I'll have to go up. See, you've got to be careful now because there's a lot of scallops around here, as you can see. It'd be quite easy to lose track of time and carry on scalloping and get carried away. Not that I'd run out of air, but I'd probably run out of bottom time going to deco. It would pretty much penalise me quite bad, so I'm going to quick pick these up and then start heading up this sandbank. sandbank, and this is where all the reefs are. Bit of a predicament here. We can either carry on the way Molly's going, or we can take a left through that sandy patch there. See, I've gained 2 minutes now. I think it might be time to go up. I'm going to check my air, see if I've got enough for another dive on this tank. I think we're doing the cement wreck next, so probably be alright going onto another fresh tank anyway. I'll see what Molly wants to do. Molly said he's going up, so I'm going to go up too. Yeah, as I thought, our lines are tangled together, so Molly just untangles them quick. It's only one loop around each other, but that's enough. You can feel it binding when you start coming back up. I wonder who's got the most, me or Molly. Yeah, I think Molly's looks a lot bigger than mine. I think he's going to win this one. Check out this. It's a sea gooseberry. Got loads of I think they're like LED or neon lights all up the sides.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, look, that's good. Big drop off into 30.
Dropping off into 58. 58? Oh, that's fine. I just got a 12 litre, that's fine.
If you've only got 10 bar in it. Here we go, we're at 30.
You made me check them.
32. Forgot to tell him his hair weren't on. Only joking.
Suit wasn't done up.
It's getting wet now.
One day.
That's where he's going now, he's heading down onto that. Roughly where me and Molly went. How many's Molly got?
I had 2 spider crabs do that to me.
Attack you?
Screaming over.
They're females.
No, they're males.
Oh, they're males, yeah.
Few smalls, are they?
I don't know, looks alright to me. There's a decent amount there. Bit ambitious getting the big bongo.
Not just fine.
I think there's a seagull that wants something to eat. Got no frills, we threw them back. The wind's coming up. Let's get behind the wheel and turn the boat. Turn the boat into it. Oh, we're still going astern. That's why we've left Matt. Let Molly sort out his scallops and then I'll go out and sort mine out. It's a nice day if it wasn't for that northeasterly wind. Just trot into the wind. Keep Matt on our starboard side. Think someone's hungry. Let's give them a whole scallop. One that's in size.
That's nice.
Have you checked that one's in size? Yeah. Oh, it is, yeah. What one up you get? Show them the scallop.
Here boy, here boy.
He'll be up. Better watch out the way the front of the boat, otherwise I'm going to run you over. Here he comes.
Greedy bugger.
He eat a whole lot. He likes the scallop.
No,
He does, he's
you're not having a rich taste.
He's got good taste.
Must have up now.
He flew into me then. That's what they should be eating.
Right.
Not bread you leave out on your flat roof. Oh, you can't eat that, mate. Chuck it back. Good lad.
Hey boy.
Yeah, land on the front of the boat.
No
now,
thank
watch.
you, nothing, eh?
Not nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good lad. He's doing mine as well. Any smalls in there? Surprises me because there was loads of smalls down there.
Two dozen. Even your smalls are in.
Oh, one small one.
We'll let it grow.
You bought your own gauge? Oh. How many?
45.
45. Did I beat you?
53.
No, I don't think I beat you. Well done.
And a smooth hound.
Yeah, starry smooth hound and got attacked by 2 crabs.
Not a bad night. I've returned cow tail.
You're safe and sound and back on the boat. No pinch marks. We've had the bobbing. Just need the diver now. Oh, this is good. Oh, it's a decent bag. Got to lift it from the ring. Just snap the handle off. Any good? Okay-ish?
Oh shit.
Oh.
No scallops.
No scallops. I think you've beaten the 50. What was it? 58 you need.
No scallops left.
Yeah. Imagine that. You'd actually caught every single scallop.
Just try it.
That would take a long, long
Just
time.
try it.
They're not parasites, but there's a lot of them.
Vermin in the sea.
What are we doing now?
Cement wreck.
Cement wreck. I'm going to start motoring over. Change the bottle it is. We're going from over this side to over that side. It's probably a good 5-6 minutes steam over there. Gotta go slow at the moment because my ski is still on.
What's the time, JP?
Not sure what the time is.
What time did I go in?
You went in and you've been 25 minutes. It's 10:36.
10:36.
I like that. Full main D message. Is it sloppy out? A little bit, yeah. Not too bad.
Getting ready to go in on the cement rack. I've had a surface interval of 54 minutes. That's how many minutes I've been on the surface. So obviously when I'm on the surface I'm off gassing and nitrogen's getting released out of my bloodstream through my lungs. So my nitrogen loading has actually been reduced. Normally leave it an hour 54 minutes, close enough. Here we go, we're going back down onto the wreck. No tide, look at that. Just 2 fingers. And Matt's done a good job, like I said. He's got the shot right in the right place. It's on the right side of the boat and it's right where we need it. So we always tie into a bollard, and this is exactly where a bollard is. Oh, scallop? No. Let's tie in. First things first, we do the same thing, the same scenario every time. Let's get that tied up. We used to send our anchor up all the time, but now we just trip it. So we've got to clip this to here. With this wreck, we always do the same. We just find a bollard to tie around, a couple of wraps, put our strobes on just to prove we're here, and also the strobe does kind of help you head back to the line. It's as simple as that. It's a good habit to get into. Check how much bottom time you've got, check your air as soon as you leave the shot line, and we have plenty. We got to really get back onto the surface at about 20 minutes because Matt's going to have a dive, and if we leave it too long the tide's going to pick up and he's going to have a horrendous dive in the tide. So this is why it's called the cement wreck. You see the bags of cement in the side there. Plenty of wrasse on this one, and I'm heading straight down to the seabed to look under these plates. Normally there's lobsters and congers and other stuff that lives around here on the seabed, so we're going to take a look around here first. This part of the shipwreck's normally overlooked. This is under the bilge towards the stern. So if you want to see congers, there's one ear, tail, and also leopard gobies. There's leopard goby tail. Some of them are clear and some of them are white inside. Not quite sure. Not sure they're pregnant or I don't know. There's plenty of them though if you want to see them. It's a quick turn around. Got the big golden eye, look at me now. Better carry on. Oh, I seen one of these anemones the other day. Apparently they've got 72 tentacles. I better quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, dust. Sorry. I'll have to come back when there's less dust. People are right, Guernsey shipwreck's got no collar to it. Oh well, that's a shame. Where's Molly gone? Need to turn my lights off. Oh, here we go. He's going to go for a swim through. Go on, go for a swim through. You know you want to. This is like a rite of passage when you do your advanced course in Guernsey, because this shipwreck's perfectly sitting at 30 metres. So as part of your advanced course, the instructor normally takes you through here, through the prop aperture. It's quite tight. Been through here probably 50 or 60 times, but it seems to get smaller and smaller every time. Well done, mole. There's fish all around me. There's the unmistakable quill. It's a tail of a conger, so it lays up, well, it lays? I suppose it stands up inside the rudder. You just see his tail there. And this is the prop shaft. Let's make my way through and decide what we're going to do next. That's what I like to see. Loads of huge wrasse swimming around. See, normally we don't really have a look at this. Normally we swim through and we just carry on. So Molly's going to go and stand next to the old rudder. Molly's about 5 foot, a proper gurn. So it's about 5 foot square. And that is a proper Dutch rudder. I love the stern on this thing. It's all curved. Got 7 minutes left. Let's see what Molly wants to do next. 150 bar. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go inside the rear hold and have a look. Titanic. Take a look at these huge wrasse. If you've watched the channel before, you'd realise I always bang on about the collars of these wrasse match their surroundings. And I'll rest my case. Look at these ones. They're matching perfectly with the shipwreck. This is the hold where we normally feed the congers. So we'll have a little look, see if there's any congers home today. There's all sorts of other fish in here, like poor cod, and these as well. These are rock cook wrasse. Check out the colours, it's like a rainbow. Again, people say diving in Guernsey is rubbish because it's not very colourful. I think it is pretty colourful if you ask me. This is one of the booms off the derrick. So there's normally, and this is a anti-aircraft gun. There's normally congers around here, so we'll take a little look. I'll take a look inside inside this boom here. There's normally a big one in here, but nothing today. Oh, here's one. There's one down here. Oh, he's got a little skull cap on. Just goes to show they're not bothered about dust. This is actually sand all over. I don't know if it's a he or a she, but I'm going to say she. All over her head. Right, I better check where my dive buddy is now. No doubt he'll be doing something silly. Yeah, I guessed it. He's pretending he's in the wheelhouse driving the boat. He's not knocked, believe it or not. He's just messing around. So if you haven't guessed, this was the wheelhouse. The wheelhouse was made of wood, so it's long rotted away now. It's just the bottom of it left, which would have been made of steel. See, Molly's just made his way to the hatches. Would have been some wooden hatches here with deck lights in, or prisms to reflect the light down into the engine bay area. You can see in the middle there's a steel rail with a block and tackle attached. Just seeing if he wants to swim down and through. So in the last probably 10 years we've stopped really going inside this wreck because it's just so frail now. It's just falling apart at the seams. So I'm just going to poke my camera in so everyone can have a little look. So there's a little walkway. Am I tempted to swim through and back out the door? I can see the light. Nah, it's not worth it. And I'm going to have a little look down here. So there's obviously a floor. The bottom left there is some sort of pump. It's an emergency fire pump of some sort. And there's another staircase heading down. Over the years this is actually slightly emptied. It looks like Molly's the other side now. He's flashing his torch. There's of anemones there. So let's carry on. We ain't got much time left, and we're going to head now right around the stern. Oh, it's big grass. This would have been one of the same ones before. We've got quite a big territory. Must be coming up to breeding season because they're getting like an iridescence on their tail now. Molly's having a good look into where the galley used to be. See if I can get my camera down through the hole. Here we go. You can see an old bulkhead of some sort. Probably not a bulkhead, but some sort of wall with a pink sea fan on the back. And this, believe it or not, is a sink unit. And just here, this was a large windlass, which was out on the back of the deck. And to the left there's the steering quadrant, literally right on the stern. That's the hatchway where I could have come out and swum. Oh, Molly disappeared. Where's he gone? Has he gone inside? Ah, there he is. He's just down the side of the boat. Check he's alright. No, he's found something. He's found a sherd of pottery. Yeah, chuck it back in the galley. So if you want to swim underneath where the galley is, this is how you get in. I don't condone it at all because, like I say, this wreck is falling apart and it's very silty down in there. And we are at 30 meters, so you take the risk if you go in. There's all sorts of coral all over this wreck. It's awesome to see. Anyway, I think we're heading back to the shut line now because we're going to start running out of time. We need to allow enough time for Matt to come down and have a dive. And we're down to 3 minutes anyway, so let's head up. See if we can see the strobe. Should be about there. Yep, there it is. Just flashing. There's another big wrasse. So docile. Don't get carried away. Let's go. So the plan is to leave it tied in so Matt can come down. Just check it's alright. Check my air, 100 bar. Got loads of air left. Let's collect my strobe and then me and Molly will work our way back up. As we work our way back up, the good thing is we can turn around and have a look at the wreck as we go. So the tide started pulling hard now. You notice the shot line's getting a bit taut. I'm sure Matt won't be bothered.
Me and Molly's back on the boat, Matt's back in the water. It looks like there's quite a bit of tide running, but it's not too bad. We're used to diving in a lot of tide because...
Station calling Coast Guard, this is Jersey Coast Guard, over.
Turn that down. We're used to diving in quite a lot of tide because Richard always says to us it's character building. But if you want to dive in Guernsey, you've got to dive in tide. And it can be uncomfortable, especially when it's purging the bottom on the front of your regulator.
Station calling Coast Guard, Channel 16, this is Jersey Coast Guard, over.
Oh well, I'm going to wait 20 minutes for Matt, he's going to on tide and come back up. And that will conclude our day's diving. So, I've enjoyed it, hope you've come along and enjoyed it too. If this is your first time on the channel, first dive you've come with us, it's quite a nice little combination of a scallop and then a shipwreck. So I just got to keep an eye on Matt now. I'm just trotting to the tide. It's wind and tide together now, so if I come out of gear we'll be miles back down that way. I'm going to head back to Guernsey, which is about, I don't know, a mile in that direction back to St Peter Port. That's after we've picked Matt up. Oh, our lift bag's come up, Mole, so that's the anchor. Let's go and grab it. Here comes the anchor. No, it's someone else's anchor. Matt's done a bit of cleaning. Oh, that's that shot. Someone's left down there, sacrificial shot. He's a good lad, cleaning up the wreck for us. Fair play to him. We try and keep it clean, so we're on this at least once a month. Let's see if we can get Matt on the sounder. Here comes all these air bubbles. I don't want to head north of him because we're drifting back down this way, so that might be all we see of him. And there's the shipwreck, right on the stern. Sorry, I'm wobbling around all over the shop there. And that's an old Dutch barge that was transporting cement, bags of cement, to the Germans in the war, coming from St Malo up from Jersey back to Guernsey in a convoy, and the RAF ended up taking it out. Dropped a bomb on it, hit the hull and sunk it. You can see that's pretty much what we just dived. It's showing a little bit up and down and a bit liney because on the surface it's sending the signal down and then coming back up. We're going up and down, so the signal that's coming back, if we're going up, makes it look like a line because it's gone further. So that's not the actual ribs, that's just going up and down. Us on the surface. You'll see here the shipwreck's not actually on the charter position, and this is normal for a lot of shipwrecks. So that dot is the bow area and this dot here is the stern. Basically that's where we're tied in, down towards the stern. Because it's coming up. Makes a difference when you shot on the right side of the wreck and then you want to do your retrieve your anchor. It's not pulling through the wreck.
Yeah, and I planned it.
Yeah, it's all planned. Even when you shot it, it was actually hanging on the side of the wreck.
Ready for you.
Ready for us, yeah. And I went to trip it, and Molly pulled the rope and it come undone. It was hanging there, so I had to lift it. Here we go.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's perfect. It's
Home,
perfect.
James.
It's perfect. Right, home we go.
James. Find the harbour. BTS.
Find the
Sylvia
harbour.
K.
Sylvia K, BTS.
And that's us all finished now on the cement rig. Many thanks.
Sylvia K, BTS. Yeah, finished loading on the cement rig. Thanks for the call.
Beautiful. Let's go.